Well, this could be a stressful weekend for a lot of people because it's the last weekend before taxes are due. So if you are like many, you might owe a pile of money, but you might be able to save a bunch of money too. Our friends at Levy and Associates tax consultants have saved clients millions of dollars over the years. And we want to welcome the founder, Lawrence Levy. The individual filing deadline is April 17th this year. 2 extra days. So if you owe taxes, should you file?
If you owe taxes, you should always file, but if you owe taxes, you should also consult with a professional because there are options that are out there, whether it's the IRS or the state of Michigan.
Okay, so there is a program called the Michigan Offer in Compromise, or OIC, Offer in Compromise, which can help, but not everybody qualifies. What is it exactly?
Well, there's a Michigan Offer in Compromise, and then there's an IRS Offer in Compromise. So what that basically means is you owe the IRS or you owe Michigan, and if you qualify, you will be able to settle for something less than 100 cents on the dollar.
Okay,
and that applies both, by the way, to individuals and businesses. So for businesses listening out there, if you are a small business owner and you owe sales tax, you could be a restaurant owner, it could be payroll tax. Michigan now has an Offer in Compromise program that allows you to settle for something less than 100 cents on the dollar if you qualify.
Okay, all right. So we've got some real life examples of people that you have helped. So here's a Michigan Offer in Compromise. What was owed was $57,000, but you helped them how?
They were able to resolve the debt for $1,000. And I want to be really clear that not everyone qualifies for something that's a great home run, but there are options. So if you don't qualify for an Offer in Compromise, you could qualify for a payment plan. And oftentimes the state of Michigan, in my opinion, does not let taxpayers know what options exist. So we want to try and raise awareness. I actually was talking last week to folks in upper management in the state of Michigan at Department of Treasury, and I expressed my concern about not letting taxpayers know. So I said, I'm going to get out there and let the public know that options exist. You're not just going to be stuck with a payment plan. An Offer in Compromise should be considered, and if you qualify, you go down that road.
All right, so let's go to our case is an IRS offer OIC for a 1040. So they owed $700,000?
They owed $700,000, and actually in my hand I have the acceptance letter dated January 11th, so a few months ago. A local gentleman here owed quite a bit of money, ended up getting into a substantial financial bind, and there was a local IRS revenue officer assigned to the file. Our office filed an Offer in Compromise for him, and he was able to settle it for just under $60,000, $59,000 and change.
That's incredible. That's
and
it's
great.
Savings.
It lets the gentleman and his family start their life over. They're able to take this component, which was an extreme amount of stress, and literally wipe it off the map. Now, you do have to stay current for 5 years. We tell you for the rest of your natural life, but there is a contingency. You must stay current for the next consecutive 5 years.
All right, so the next case is a business IRS Offer in Compromise, or OIC, and the amount owed was $74,000. How much did they end up paying? $
25,000. Again, another example, but we've talked about Offer in Compromises, but not every client is going to qualify, business or individuals, but you want to seek professional advice to make sure that you know your options. Being aware of your options and what exists is a really critical component of taxes. So while it's stressful in tax time, we want to make sure that we are focusing on the solutions if you have a tax problem.
Okay, so we've got about 1 minute left. Are there always IRS penalties that'll be waived for you?
No, not always. In order to qualify for penalty abatement, you have to establish what's called reasonable cause. So why should they waive your penalties? Because you have on a gorgeous dress and you're a very pretty lady? That doesn't cut it in the IRS or the state of Michigan world. You have to establish what's called reasonable cause. Penalty abatement is an option, but you have to qualify again. So seek advice. Certainly call us, and we always want a levy on your side, not one against you. Don't fear a levy, you hire a levy.
That's right.
And that's always the motto that we live by.
I like that.
Yes,
I like
and we also like to give a quick shout out to the Better Business Bureau. We always want people to check the company they're going to hire. I happen to be honored to still be the chairman of the BBB locally here in Michigan, and it's a great way to make sure you're hiring the right firm.
Person. I agree. And if you're facing an audit, owe taxes, or have other questions, you can make an appointment with Levy and Associates tax consultants. Visit their website, levytaxhelp.com or call 800-TAX-LEVY. That's 800-792-5389. I'm sorry, 800-729-5389. We will be right back. Go seek a professional if you're in a bind, right? I mean, we're not going to figure this stuff out our own.
Don't do it on your own. Always seek professional advice.
Got it. We will be right back. We'll be right back.